events will have impacts that can affect our economy and our society. We work in close partnership with science organizations such as NASA and our partners in the Air Force to put the total picture together of instrumentation, space assets, launch vehicle capability. But at the end of the day, it's NOAA's responsibility to spec out set requirements for, manage, and fund these systems, and then develop the operational forecasts and provide the data to all the different segments of our society. We expect Discover to make a really significant advance in our operational forecasting. The quality of the data, the timeliness with which we'll receive them, and then coupling that to a model, an advanced model of Earth's magnetosphere, which will come online by the end of the year, should tremendously improve the timeliness and the quality and the regionality and specificity of the forecasts that we can provide about space weather events and their impacts here on Earth. Only an asset such as Discover, placed 1 million miles from Earth out at the L1 point, can give the 15 to 60 minute advanced warning that a blast from the sun of charged particles and embedded magnetic field is headed our way. And when that interacts with the Earth's magnetic field and long conductors on the ground, such as transmission lines and pipelines, may really create some very severe impacts in our infrastructure. Discover will play a really critical role in one of NOAA's big responsibilities for environmental intelligence, and that's providing the space weather forecasts that alert users on Earth, citizens, businesses, governments, alert them to the pending impacts of a major solar storm. We think of Discover as a weather buoy. It sits upstream of the Earth, right on line with the sun, 1 million miles away, and it senses first the blasts of solar wind and embedded magnetic field that are going to potentially wreak some havoc and damage on overhead satellite systems, on pipelines, on transmission lines here on Earth. Discover is a really good example of 3 agencies within the U.S. government coming together like well-fitting pieces of a jigsaw puzzle to make an integrated mission happen. NOAA, as the operational forecasting entity, has the overall responsibility for mission management and technical support. We'll fly the spacecraft once it's out at orbit at the L1 point, and we're responsible for the modeling and the forecast generation and the dissemination of all the data. We turn to NASA to serve as our acquisition and design partner to help procure and refurbish the spacecraft and manage that whole segment of the delivery and preparation of the space segment itself. And NASA also funded the refurbishment of the Earth instruments, which will be on Discover and provide a watchful eye all the time back on Earth. And then the United States Air Force as one of the primary launch service providers in the country. So the Air Force provides the launch. Our NASA colleagues provide the space segment, spacecraft, design, development, and engineering.